A shorted Zener diodes, 100% shorted, bad one. Guys, attention, because the Zener diodes has two tests, not as normal diodes. A normal test and a reverse test. I'm going to teach you how to test the Zener diode correctly and how to avoid removing good parts and ICs. And please attention, those are not Zener diodes. This is normal diodes. Guys, the diodes with this black line are normal diode. We have D here. Those are real Zener diode with the green line. Do you see here we have a green line? Those are Zener diodes. But those here, this is normal diodes. So guys, welcome to the episode number 17. Please stay tuned because in this video I'm going to teach you how to test one of the most component in every motherboard. Literally, Zener diodes is one of the most component. Why? Because it is used for voltage regulation and over voltage protection. That's why we find it everywhere, especially near to USB connectors, HDMI connectors, automobile ECUs, SMPs, switch mode power supplies, everywhere. Literally, very important component because it stabilizes the voltage. It keeps the voltage constant across sensitive components, even if the input fluctuates. And this is the power of Zener diode that I'm going to teach you how to test it and avoid removing good components from the board. So please stay tuned and hit the bell icon because our goal and purpose is to reach 1000 component tested, different components. So one component at a time in a daily basis. So guys, stay tuned. And for anyone who wants to thank me, the best way to say thank you for me is by liking and sharing the video. Yes guys, please like and share if you want to support this masterclass and this series. So let's get started. Hi everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to test SMD Zener diodes. Guys, these diodes are not simple. It works in reverse. I'll show you how to test it using the multimeter and how to avoid one of the most common mistakes in motherboard repairs. So guys, please don't confuse between Zener diode and other kind of diodes. Like those here, for example, this is not Zener diode. This is normal diodes. So diodes that hold this black line over here, okay, are not Zener diodes. But this one, for example, with a green line here, those also with the green lines, this is Zener diode. And in terms of testing, it's different. So please stay tuned because I'm going to teach you how to test it correctly and avoid removing good diodes and even good ICs. But first guys, let's see some theory and understand Zener diodes. After that, use the multimeter and show you how to test it correctly for the first time. So Zener diode. This is the symbol for Zener diode, guys, as you can see. For the normal diode, this is its symbol. Okay, here we have Zener diode. Of course, this diode is a special diode that allows the current to flow also in this direction, the same as normal diode. But what is the special here for the Zener diode is that in reverse means here, okay, in reverse, once the voltage hits a specific threshold, okay, a specific threshold, we called it Zener voltage. The diode also could pass the current, okay, so it is a one direction current flow. But once it reaches the specific threshold or Zener voltage, it can pass the current in this side also. That's why we use it for voltage regulation and for protection. So please remember, Zener diodes are used for what? Are used for two purposes. Okay, first purpose, the second purpose. The first one is voltage regulation. Okay, my friends, voltage regulations. So it keeps the voltage constant across sensitive components. And of course, voltage regulation, for example, for power supply circuits, DC regulations, battery chargers, etc. So the Zener diode, the diode or the Zener diode here, my friends, maintain a stable reference voltage. Okay, it maintains a stable reference voltage even if the input fluctuates. So even if of fluctuation, it maintains a stable reference voltage. So the second purpose where we use the Zener diode, please stay tuned and be patient because I'm going to teach you how to test it using the multimeter, but the theory matter for this kind of component. Please stay tuned in order to understand 100%. So the second purpose is over voltage protection. So the Zener diode used for voltage regulation, as I told you, it maintains a stable reference voltage even if the fluctuation of the input. And the second purpose is over voltage protection. Basically, it protects circuits from spikes or surges. Example, what is the circuit that the Zener diode protects from over voltage? Example, USB ports. We find usually Zener diodes in the USB ports. Look here, my friend, we have the HDMI. Do you see here? This is HDMI port. We have Zener diodes. So HDMI ports, or basically this one is not HDMI, this is VGA. Okay, VGA ports. And also we find Zener diodes as a over voltage protection in what? In ECUs for automobiles, ECUs, and also in ACMPS, or in switch mode power supplies. We find Zener diodes. So guys, the most important here is that the Zener diode is used for also over voltage protection. And when, of course, when the voltage exceeds the Zener breakdown, okay, the Zener diode has a limit. When the voltage exceeds the Zener breakdown, it clamps the excess voltage to ground. Okay, that's why we called it also over voltage protection, or what? Or clamping. Guys, you can search for clamping in the internet to understand very much. So guys, now let's go and test this Zener diodes, but please remember this point. While testing, remember that red probe, always we put it in the anode. Okay, here we have a Zener diode. The red probe in the anode, the black probe, okay, or the negative terminal in the cathode. Here we should get a drop voltage about 0.5 volts to 0.7 volts, or we have to get a reading about 500 to 7 or 750 reading. When you get zeros in the multimeter, means the diode or the Zener diode is shorted. Okay, so this is the rules. And also when you get OL or you get 1 in the multimeter, means what? Means open loop, or simply a faulty diode. Here this is for a normal tests. But we have for the Zener diode, as I told you, there is some special tests. The special test, guys, is what? We called it a reverse, okay, a reverse test or reverse bias test. So here, guys, we swap the probes, okay, we swap probes of the multimeter, means here we have the Zener diode, okay, means here the negative terminal in the anode and the positive terminal in the cathode. The diode here is good when we get open line or open loop or high resistance, okay, high resistance. But it's bad when it beeps. So please remember, that's why I told you that the Zener diode has another test, we called it a reverse bias test. So guys, now let's dive into testing. So guys, let's select the diode mode in the multimeter. Let's begin with the normal tests. Of course, the first step is by locating the negative terminal and the positive terminal, or the cathode and the anode. Do you see, guys, this white mark here? Okay, this white line here means this is the cathode for this diodes, and over here we have anode. Also here we have cathode, anode, cathode, anode. So the first test, we have two tests basically. The first test, a normal test like all diodes, and we have a reverse test. So the first test, we have to put one probe in the cathode like this, of course the black probe, and the red probe in the anode. We have to get a reading. Do you see? We get 400 reading. This is good. In some multimeter, you can get 0.4 drop voltage, no problem. This one also reading, same reading. This one also same reading. If we check those here, do you see? Good reading. This one also. This is awesome. But guys, now let's swap the probe. Let's check the reverse test, a special test for Zener diodes, and let's find out. So by swapping the probes, we have to get open loop or high resistance. Let's check. This one, open loop. The last one, high resistance. Okay, so those Zener diodes are good. So guys, thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget, our goal is to reach 1000 component testing. And for anyone who want to thank me, the best way to say thank you for me is by liking and sharing the video. Thank you very much, my friends, and see you with another component.